So I know I started this at a strange time, but um yeah, I'm gonna go and we're gonna look through some of my actual coins here today that I have right here in this cup. And the reason I'm doing this is because I kind of wanted to show everybody on the stream here that I wanted to show everybody that you can find, rare coins within your, your coin collection. Now, you know, you can you can find it in that, or you can you can also find it in your pocket change, stuff like that, or in your couch. It's just you gotta look into things like that. You can't you can't just be like you can, you have stuff you have pocket change. I have a whole bunch sitting over there that like literally the it's in bags right now because I know some of it actually has a little bit of value to it. And speaking of which, I'm gonna be putting more up on my my profile soon for the offer up. That's gonna be happening again soon. I gotta get back to that. But I have a couple over there that I'm gonna be looking into um putting up. So I was trying to set up on eBay the other day and I just didn't that didn't work out very well for me, so I'm just kind of doing it a little bit differently. Now, um yeah, I'm just doing this for like a really short period of time because I gotta be up for my job early tomorrow, but I'm doing this tonight because I had the free time to, and then tomorrow I'll probably do it again. Um just to show you guys some of the stuff that how it all works and you know what stuff you can find and then just like it's all about paying attention to the detail of your coin and things like that. So it's really all about how you look at what you have as opposed to realizing that hey, it might just be a penny. That's what this is about. I'm gonna show you a little bit on that right now. So yeah, let me I'll get everything set up camera wise so that way we can do it. Um, yeah, I'm not really celebrating Thanksgiving. I work tomorrow. My job's open tomorrow, so I have to go into work. But um, no, the cool part about going to work is I can, actually have people to celebrate the holiday with. The people at work, they're somewhat. I kind of consider them like my family because they more or less they've helped me out a lot. The people here have helped me a lot. So I have a lot of people that have treated me like family in the sense that I'm not actually their family. But it's really, really awesome and great to have people like that in your life. And I suggest that I suggest if you don't have people like that in your life, you got to get rid of this. You got to disconnect yourself from the internet. The internet is, you know, actually, before I start, that's something I can talk about here. So, if you guys wonder, I'm not online too much anymore. I'm barely ever on the internet. I'm away from the internet for like hours a day. All right, and meaning like I like today I wandered away from the house and I did my laundry. I was away for like a good 2 hours, spending my time out and about doing my laundry, and I actually went and checked out a gold coin that's a Troy copper ounce, not Troy copper, but Troy ounce of gold that was like 3,000 bucks. I had like a coin that was worth $3,000 in my hand. That was like pretty interesting. Just thinking about $3,000 in my hand, that's kind of insane. That's not even a car. A coin this big, that's $3,000. Think about that, man. Look like I'm bulking up big time. Been working out a little bit. I'm not flexing at all, just to, but I feel like my arms are actually getting bigger. It looks like they're getting bigger. They feel like they're getting bigger. Just the time process. I don't know. Um, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. If you guys are wondering, my mental health has been tremendously better, and it's better because I don't spend most of my day online. I usually go when I leave this house to go to work. I'm off the internet for I want to say off the internet for like a good 10 hours a day, 8 to be exact, depending on how long I go away from the house. And that's mainly what I'm trying to teach. And if you go to my Bible channel, my other channel, I talked about that over there. I made an entire video on taking care of your mental health. What is better for you? Getting off of the internet and disconnecting from your phone when you go out of the house is tremendously good for you. It is very, very good for you. Um, you know, it it's very, very helpful when it comes down to it to get off the internet. I don't have service on my phone, and that's it's been beneficial for me. It's really helped me out. A lot of people will be like, well, not having service could be dangerous. It might be dangerous. It might be. But let me also state that it's only dangerous if you have people there trying to commit harm to you. If you're around people that genuinely are okay and kind, and they really enjoy your company and all that, those are people that genuinely don't want to see anything happen to you. And plus, like the amount of people when you walk down the street that are very, very out to do harm to people are very, very slim. Unless you're in like a bad part of your city. Now, where I am, it does have its people you know, where they are in a spot where they could do better. But the reality of the truth is everybody knows me there. Everybody knows I mean no harm. Everybody knows that everybody just knows that I'm genuinely a good person and I don't mean to do harm to anybody. Now, when I was in Florida, this was entirely different. There's something about Florida that just is I don't know. Florida is like a very, very, interesting place in general. And what I think happens in Florida is like a lot of the people come from outside the country and they go to Florida. Why do they go to Florida? They go to Florida mainly because they go to Disney, okay? Everybody that's in Orlando, Florida is more or less there to go to Disney or try to be by Disney. And they see it as a opportunity of success, which, or they're just taking their family there. It depends on how you look at it. But Orlando, Florida was not a place I liked. Orlando, Florida, um, the spot in Orlando, Florida I was in wasn't a very good place. It wasn't a place I wanted to be. And I knew after a while I didn't want to be there. I worked different jobs and all that. And I was like, I was not happy anywhere. In fact, every single job I went to, there was some sort of nutcase coming in and making drama. And if it wasn't a nutcase following me and causing drama, then it was a nutcase showing up to seek me out to cause some sort of drama in my personal life, at jobs, at places. Like I literally had a manager fire me on Christmas Day because somebody in Orlando, Florida showed up to the job to tell her to fire, like to pretty much put me in a bad position so I would get fired. And it got worse and worse as time went on. I kept most of my jobs, but like at every single job I was at, I was being treated horribly. I was being treated horribly. And where I'm at now, I'm just genuinely happy. I love being at the job I'm at right now. I love being there. I like the people there. I genuinely have a good time when I go there. I have people that I'm really, really close to, people that I do enjoy being around at the job I'm at right now. So when I go away, I'm usually going away with a friend on my day off to go to the market to buy coins, buy Pokemon cards, or I'm going to work. I don't feel the need to do a lot of things, go see a lot of people like most people would. Now, I'm an introvert, but I broke myself out of being an introvert because I worked in retail. Now, I still am somewhat kind of an introvert, but I'm getting a lot better as time goes on. And what has helped me in getting in this, what has helped me to get better is disconnecting my phone. Well, no, the fact that I have a different perspective on life now that I had finished the Bible. I finished the whole complete Bible out. If you want to, you can go to my other channel, check it. There's streams on there. My first one, and then I stopped streaming after a certain point, and then I started just reading it off a few chapters a day, put it in a video. It's all pre-recorded over there. If you have a chance, go check it out. I'm gonna go back at it again eventually. I don't know when. Um, but I think one, I guess, how do I want to say? It is, reading your Bible little by little. You don't need to read it a whole lot. Keeping God, you know, remaining with God and speaking about God and just accepting people in that, like, keep bringing God into your life. Um, the third one is, I want to say it is, getting off your phone. Your phone. Okay, for me, the phone was the biggest factor of one of my problems. And let me explain why. I would literally go out of the house and I would post, and there would be people watching me post something online while I'm at work, and then stirring up drama while I'm at my job on the phone. So I would be irritated with something in real life, and I don't understand why to this day why I would get irritated in real life, but it led me to irritation in my own personal life, which I did not need and did not want. But I carried it over too into my real life. And that was one of the biggest problems in my life. Hold on, let me get some water. But that was one of the biggest problems in my own personal life that I really, really had to change. And you know, as you can see, that's water. I've been drinking a lot of water, but I still drink caffeine. All right, I'm still working on some things in myself, like trying to eat better. It's hard, and the reason it's difficult is because the economy is in a really, really bad place, and a piece of fruit costs like $1.50 now. Back in the day, a piece of fruit would cost like 89 cents. You would have no trouble buying fruit to eat, like multiple fruits. Okay, so now going back to what I was saying. If you go and you disconnect from your phone, let's just say you go outside. All right, you're walking down the street, you go to a store, something like that. You get a job outside of your house, and you're not sitting in your house all day. You get a job off the internet if you're on the internet. You get a job working with the public. Okay? If you disconnect from your phone when you're out of the house, hours and hours on end, and you put yourself around decently good people, people that aren't gonna like, massively disrespect you and make you feel some sort of way, your whole perspective on things changes. Your whole life turns around and you just feel a lot better in general. For me, it was all about, putting myself around good people, and putting myself and just leaving, not worrying about service on my phone. And people can't do that. It took me the first I want to say the first 2 days I noticed a tremendous difference and how I felt about things. It felt weird going out of the house and going to a job where I couldn't even use my phone. It felt weird at first, But then I started getting used to it. It was like, hey, this isn't that bad, and I'm feeling a lot better than I once was. So it's like maybe the phone is a big problem with me. And let me explain this, okay? So I'm on Twitter. All right. I'm on Twitter, but I'm not posting as much as I once was. In fact, right now on Twitter, I want to say people are like, hold on. People are just sitting in a chat and talking amongst each other. Now, these are all Christians, and I don't have a problem with it. But my thing is I turned off the volume to the messages. And I did that specifically because I get annoyed by receiving message after message and my phone just excessively goes off. You know, when your phone excessively, your phone, hang on. So, uh, I get so many notifications on my phone that I would get them excessively. And I would keep the volume on, and I had Skull Kid as my ringtone back then, laughing. This little laughy dog. And what this led to is like I would hear it so much that it would start annoying me. So I ended up turning it off. I the notifications on my phone are on silent right now. Mostly because I don't really feel like hearing this thing go off a lot. Even in Wi-Fi right now, it's off. But from time to time, I get an obnoxious call. I get random number. I don't have service, but I use a digital number that allows me to contact people. All right, and it's been helping tremendously for my mental stability. All right, and it can help a lot of people to get back to their normal mental state if you do this thing. The internet was not meant for us to be dragged along with us. I'm going to clarify that. The moment, back in the 90s, the only thing phones were used for was to communicate when you get to a place, okay? So, like, example, you can carry this, and the moment you get somewhere, you can text somebody from it using Wi-Fi. But do you need to be able to, talk with people while you walk? Not naturally. No. And that's the thing is like, even so, back then, you can still using a cell phone just for service. Okay, let's just say if we went back to the 90s or the era like very very early 2000s where phones just became a thing, and you didn't have internet. Internet was you paid for internet. You paid to use the internet for like a few minutes, and it was like by a few cents, sort of like when you went to the library back then, and you paid, or like office like one of the office stores to print something off, you insert money on a card and you swipe the card. Well, that's kind of what the way cell phones were, although you paid for it. You told them you wanted to pay for it and it would go into your next bill. All right. And then we made it to a point where we can permanently use the internet on our phone. And I got to the point where, like my phone in general, my phone bill is like $90. I was like, and I was like at the point of like, do I really want my phone service that much, or do I want the roof over my head? So I chose the roof over my head over having cell phone service because it was genuinely something. It was genuinely just a better choice all around, and it was more wise for me to do it. So that's one of the methods. Plus, if you're online all the time, you're more than likely to start an argument in your comment section or in a random chat or something like that. And that's how you lose a lot of friends online. Like, you know, some of the closest people I made friends with online, they got mad at me. And they realized that after they were mad at me, I just had a dispute with somebody, and then they realized that I was trying to make a valid point by so right now a whole dispute is going on with crypto and gold and silver, and I've been hearing talks of like crypto, you know uh, cash, actual cash, like coins and all that are about to transition over to gold and silver currency. So that's what the talks are. And if crypto goes down, I don't have any crypto, so I don't have to worry about, anything. I always keep cash on me. Like if I go out, I'm usually just carrying cash on me. And it's because it's gotten to a point where like the American dollar is like folding right now, and a lot of people are talking about it. And ever since I got into gold, people have been really, really talking about it and all that, and I've been hearing a lot more, and I like to bring it up frequently about how crypto's just it's just a bad idea that's gonna eventually fall apart, and you know, and that's why I've been stocking up on gold and silver is because when the time comes, if that ever whenever that happens, or if it ever happens, I'll be prepared. I don't wanna have a currency that's gonna mix with Europe. I don't want to have a currency that's going to mix with like an Italian currency. If I have a currency from like someplace, I get I get coins from Canada. I get actual currency from Canada, and it gets mixed in with it gets mixed in with some of the coins that I open up, like, or I find at the job, where I'll be like at my drawer, and I'll find a Canadian like nickel, dime, penny in it, or I'll like find some sort of like peso from Mexico. And I have a little collection going on of Canadian money right now, and it's pretty cool. And they're pretty cool. As for value, I don't know. I haven't bothered to check. And I might do something this coming Sunday. Check, but I don't know. I don't know yet. So, but yeah, you really don't need your phone. You don't need to have internet service when you're outside the house. The original, you know, if you look at things, we were not meant to be on our phones all the time. We as human beings, we were not meant to be on the phones every single day of our life. We're not supposed to be on technology all the time like we are. And I'm still on the line a good bit. I'd say when I get home at night, I'll stay up. I get home at like 10. I'll stay up to midnight. The moment I wake up, I check a few things, and then I go ahead and I like put my phone down, and I let music run in the background. That's all I use the internet for. Other than that, I don't really use the internet beyond that. You know, I you know I'm just not on it very much, and I've come to the conclusion it wasn't very good for me to be on it that much to begin with. I made actual friends in actual real life, as opposed to you know being where I was in Florida and not having anybody to communicate or talk with. I was like, even even a job when I was in Florida, they were always making sure that I wasn't communicating with people. So part of the problem was the people that were doing that to me. It was a bunch of liberals just treating, people like crap because the people on the internet, the people on the internet are crazy because you'll say one thing to them and then you just like absolutely like they'll like they'll just assume something out of that one thing you said. Like, example. All right, so I took a picture yesterday and I posted it, okay? And I spoke with somebody. And my thing that really I put a scenario together in my head that like I was like, well, people probably think this scenario because the way people think is like you see something online and then you'll see something else that happens. And people put these scenarios together in their head that aren't even true. You know, when you post something online, like let's just say you say, I'm trying to think of a way to say. It. I'm trying to think of a way to like express it. So I have a bunch of these coins, but I go to a job and I'm talking about how like I'm finding coins in my like drawer. The scenario people would create with this is that like I'm stealing from my store when I'm technically not. I'm exchanging coins out and collecting coins when when you know collecting coins that I find on the floor and stuff like that. And this is what I've been doing recently, and I've been doing it for the past couple weeks, and I got a pretty decent amount. I gave some of it up because I had to use some of it for like laundry today and stuff like that. So I got my laundry out of the way due to the fact that I had that. But now I just got nickels, pennies, and dimes, which is still great to have all this because at the end of the day, I look at it this way: if I didn't have this, if a time comes where I really needed money and I didn't have this, what would I do then? What would I do? That is why you save up your pennies, your quarters, your nickels and dimes. Speaking of which, I think I have a bag of quarters I still have from laundry today that I didn't use. But yeah, I still have these to the side. I have a bunch of quarters over there wrapped up in bags right now. I have different coins right now wrapped up in bags because I know they're a little bit more value because of what they do. Now, another tip that I can give you guys is, and that was the third tip. Get off the internet entirely. Don't even be on the internet when you go out in public because it'll lead you to not making having any friends or actually being communicating with the people around you. You know, I back before I even came to Texas, I you know I didn't know my customers that well. I was online all the time, and people had put me by myself. So I was, you know, I felt I felt like really bad about things. So that's kind of why I really needed to leave. So um, but yeah, get off your phone when you're out. Last and final thing I want to say, you know, is distractions. Okay, distractions from the internet. What I'm about to do is something that's been highly distracting me from the internet and is like diving into these and looking at these. But your hobbies are a distraction to help you be distracted from the internet. That's why you read books. That's why people, draw. That's why people do things. And disconnecting yourself from the internet hours in a day shows that when you're at home, okay, and you're doing these hobbies, you don't feel the need to pick up your phone all the time. I noticed that when I'm out there, sorry, I noticed that when I'm working out, which I've been doing, like trying to do like 3 days a week, um, I noticed that I don't pick my phone up when I'm working out as much. I still pick it up to change a song, or I'll chime into Twitter, but it's like very rarely now that I do it. But I've seen a big change in my brain, my mental health, and my just in my body in general. Like working out has been great for me too. But like you just really have to. The biggest factor is just disconnecting you from your phone and keeping yourself distracted. You know, staying away from being online all the time. People unplug from the internet, but do they really unplug to that level where they're like not looking at their phone all the time or something? I don't really. I don't really think so, and I really really think that people need to do that for now. And I think, you know, a lot of people on YouTube. This is just something I picked up with a lot of YouTubers. Okay, a lot of YouTubers genuinely they don't like people coming into their space because they feel entitled to that space. All right, but the way I look at it is why fight for it? Why fight for it? What are you fighting for? Your same followers are going to be your followers tomorrow. You know, unless I go around telling every single one of them a story about you and try to persuade them, you know, I tried not to do that, but I would always get in that mood where I would go and do stuff like that. So I eventually, when I stopped being on the internet so much, I eventually did that, and it really showed me. Well, I can really see the difference between now and then, and that's all. Like that is literally all that I really needed to see in myself is how differently things are compared to the way they were back then. And that's really all it is like you can see a massive difference within yourself as long as you make the efforts. If you make the efforts to change your lifestyle up or change your life up in general and disconnect yourself from your phone because your phone is that big key factor. Again, this thing, put it in airplane mode when you go outside. Put it in airplane mode and just put it in your pocket. Keep it with you, but put it in airplane mode. Do not turn airplane mode off for the whole entire trip. See how you feel afterwards, and see if it feel see how different and more lightweight you feel, and it doesn't feel like everything's holding you down. Like that was the biggest thing is like the I always felt like when I had my phone on or my service, I always felt like stuff was just holding me down. And the reality of the truth is, no, it wasn't. So I think I got all the tips out of the way, but I think there's one more I want to talk about. Um, you know, distractions are are a good key part to playing this. I should have made disconnecting from your phone and the internet one of the bigger ones. But you know, try eating a little bit better. I don't eat the best, but I try eating a little bit better. I try eating more healthy. I still struggle with it. In fact, like right before I came on here, I had some stuff. I was like, I feel so bloated right now, and so not disgusting, but like I feel really out of shape right now. That's how it made me feel. Made me feel like trash. All right, but I ate. It was not, you know, it was not the best thing I could eat, but I ate because I needed something to eat. All right. Earlier today, I had some food. I was like, I had some good food. I had some steak, uh, baked potato, corn, and some rice. And then a little bit ago, I had some food that just was enough to is frozen packaged food, which I don't like. I try not to eat too much of, but again, food's just too expensive. The economy just sucks right now, and once we get back to the level where fruit is no longer $1.50, because literally a pear is $1.50. It's not, it used to be 89 cents, but pears are just expensive now. I love eating pears, but I can't eat them now because they're so expensive. So I'll try to buy bundles of bananas because I really like bananas. Bananas are amazing. So those are my two favorite fruits, if you didn't know. But like that's the other thing is eat better, drink more water, try not to rely on, you know, and also, if you're doing any other consumables like drugs or anything like that or smoking weed, you need to kick those habits. Drinking, I'll admit I had one drink a few weeks ago. but it was it. Just one. I don't go hammer if I like have a drink now. So, and the Bible does not condone to drinking. If you have a problem, then it's a problem. Well, the Bible, it has wine in it. Okay, there isn't a reference to drinking in it. But you have enough to get that feeling of comfort, and then that's it. You don't go beyond that. You don't get hammered. That's the thing is like the Bible mentions that. The Bible literally references to have you can have enough till you get buzzed, and that's it. That's all you need. You don't go above and beyond with drinking. All right. And just some more stuff I wanted to felt like people need to talk. So those are tips. All right. And I hope you guys can take those I know like I was mumbling a lot there, but those are tips I've been going by, and those are things that I feel like a lot of people could do to change their life up a little bit. There's other stuff that I could suggest, but you know, it's all about just figuring it out along the way. So, all right. Man, I'm tired now. All right, let me get my phone set up. Hold on. Here. All right. Let's see. Now, try not to pay attention to other people's drama online too much, because if you do that, then you get connected. So, yeah, there's something going on right now. I'm keeping an eye on, but it's more or less like it's it's kind of not for me to worry about too much, because it's not my personal life, so I'm really not too concerned with it. I just hope everybody's okay, is all I can say. All right, so I need to go to my camera. Let me do this. Right. Oops. Hmm. All right, so let's see what we're looking at here. 2002D. All right, so we're just gonna look at move my mic back a little bit. All right, so you guys can hear me good still. All right. So we're looking at a 2002D. Now, we're gonna go into pro mode. Alright. So, let's see. Nope. How is it? Okay. No. Can't tell if the N and the T is close together. Oh, there's a separation there. Okay. So that's fine. That's fine. Alright. So that's good. That one's, that one I'm not, that one don't get sent anywhere. Where's my bag with all of them? Right here. Uh, Alright, so we're looking at a 1985 to trust in God, liberty, nothing. And there goes my camera. I've been having an issue with that, like where my camera just shuts off. In fact, I can't even click. There we go. Alright, so this one looks fine. As you can see down here, that says FG. Thing's a bad shape. Yeah, one's in bad shape. So this is just a bad shape. This is a penny in bad shape. I'm not even gonna bother with this one. Let's see. Boy, oh boy. Alright, let's see. Everything looks okay here. All right. Now, I do have some sitting off to the side that are like that have actual like airs on them. All right. So take this and we'll run it. I like to try to look at the old ones because the old ones have the most like airs on them. All right. Everything looks fine on that side. So the O is messed up here. And STATE. That gap. Oh, that's the okay. There's an S that's supposed to be there too. All right. O and the S are kind of like blurred off. So this one's good for the collection right now. I don't understand why my camera keeps shutting off. That thing. I wish I could see what that is. Yeah, that's a definite error. Although I didn't really look at any of these coins yet. So that could be writing on the front. Let me take another one of those. So that's a maybe. All right, so we're gonna look at another one. So that looks fine. Oh yeah, okay, so that's part of it. That's part of the print. So that's not nothing. Oh, these are all new pennies. Damn it. And nope, nothing on those. Alright, so we're gonna take this stack of pennies right here, and run them. So, first thing we're looking at is a, excuse me, 2002D, and so far everything looks fine. Man, that's my camera again. I need a better camera. I need an actual like. What are you talking about? I am connected. My phone's not even like. Phone like froze. Alright, I'm gonna restart it. Alright, so we're gonna get back to the big screen. Alright, now I don't know what happened. My phone completely froze. Yeah, we'll get back to looking at them in a second. Let's see. That should be good. Yeah, that's weird. Usually disconnects. Oh, I don't want to play sound. Why is it not letting me just connect to just like connect my phone? There we go. All right, good. So, all right, that's not, that's not something of importance. Let's go and let's run this guy. Up and no, this not gonna like. Hmm. That is not gonna work because you can't see anything on that one. Man, I have one old one in here. I don't like looking at the new ones for some reason. Just something about them I don't like. Come on now. I was gonna say it looked like the number was missing, which actually, nope. All right. What is that line up there? That might be actually, I don't know if that's a scratch because that don't look like a scratch. It looks like a printing problem. And like, if you look at the D there, it doesn't really show the back part of it. So if we flip this thing over, all right, the word of and state actually are kind of messed up. That half of the Lincoln Memorial is like floating. Okay, so that's gonna be on my little collection. All right, I'll set these new guys to the side. All right, These guys are gonna go off. All right, these are separate. Right. So we'll finish out the stream with these right here. Now I'll show you real quick, and this will finish the stream out. Sorry. So we're gonna finish the stream out with these guys right here. So let me lay it in the other area so I can check it. All right. We have, what's the year? Hell, is that printed backwards? Looks like it's printed backwards. That's weird. That'd be weird. Oh, no, that's 2004. I was like, how the hell is this 2 like backwards? Alright, it looks like the top. Okay, no. No, you can definitely zoom in and see. Uh, alright. Since. Yep, nothing. This is 1975. That's the most annoying thing. Like, I don't know why the camera shuts off automatically during that. I'm gonna have to check and see if that's like just some sort of like error within like. Alright, now. Alright, that looks good. Alright, that's a little messed up right there. If that area right there is a little messed up, that's gonna go over there. I don't know if that's. I gotta check and see if that's from like just something, some kind of dirt or something. 2006. Let me turn it on. Okay. Fucker. Let me see one of these other ones. Go into macro. Ah, okay, cool. There we go. We got it clear now. Everything looks fine here. I don't see any like, yeah, everything looks fine on this one. All right, let's try this one. Looks like the L is a little messed up. No. Actually, it's fine. 2000D. Nothing. Yep, 2005. Alright, that's good. United States of America. Alright, no, yeah, that's fine. Ah, man, I wish that would stop doing that. We're gonna look at two more. Bro, need to get a light that shines in on it to like get a better look at it. Right. T 2004. Nope, that's fine. 1982. I was born a few years after this. States of America. All right. So I found like two or three out of my whole batch tonight. Uh, maybe. Let me see. Let me see if I can find one more. Okay, I'm gonna do one more for you guys. Not that one. So we'll look at this one a little bit, and then I'll get out of here. I didn't want the stream to be like super long, so. All right, 2008 D. In God We Trust, Liberty, 2008 D. And there goes my again. Yep. So I only found three out of my whole bunch of pennies, so I yeah, that's it for the night. So we found a couple. We didn't find too many. I just wanted you guys to see that how this goes, cause it like literally it's time consuming. It really is time consuming, but it's like it just goes it passes the time by, so that's why I do it. But I'm gonna actually come back tomorrow and do this. I might do this on Kick instead, cause I have more people coming in and Kick than I do here. So, all right. All right. That's about it. What's going on here? That's damaged. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna go through everything and just put all my pennies on top. So we'll like split. I'm gonna get out after I get off here. I'm gonna spend like a few minutes and like go through these and put the Lincoln Memorials on top, and then turn around and put the newer ones underneath, and then like underneath that I'll do the dimes and nickels and all that. And we'll get to looking at those. I didn't look. I looked at one of my quarters yesterday and really realized I had an error on it. So, all right. And with that said, I hope you liked this. I know nobody really stopped in, but yeah. Hope you all enjoyed this. I gotta be up early tomorrow. That's why I'm getting out of here early. So, all right. Have a good night. Take it easy. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow night over on Kick. So, come check me out over there.